Good morning, Mo'ay Rabotai. Bez Hashem, Mincha is going to be 6:10, and the Sirihot 5:25. Please be on time. Is one of the most basic concepts in the Torah is when it comes to matters of halacha and believability. Goy is not trusted in matters of halacha. If a goy tells you this thing is permitted or this thing is not permitted, we're not allowed to go based on a testimony of a non-Jew. And that creates a little bit of an issue because let's say a person has a non-Jewish friend as an example. The non-Jewish friend brings him from his farm eggs on the Yom Tov. So the possibility is there that maybe one or two or some of the eggs were laid on Yom Tov and therefore our Muktze cannot be eaten. So the question is, what do we do in this case? So the Halacha says very interestingly, you have to first of all look and dissect what level the prohibition of Muktze is. Since Muktze is a rabbinic prohibition, it's not considered a Torah violation. Although even by rabbinic things, we're not allowed to trust a non-Jew telling us, you can't just go ahead and say, was this born on Yom Tov or was this born before Yom Tov? You can't just ask him, and if he tells you, oh, it's from before Yom Tov, you wouldn't be able to believe him because it has to do with matters of halacha. But if he tells it to you in passing, without realizing it, he just happens to be talking, I was out there and I was collecting and all these eggs were there, I had them already for a few days, and he just mentions it, it's called in halacha mesiach lefi tumo, not realizing that there's even such a thing called muktze, and Jews have this prohibition and that prohibition, he has no idea, he's just mentioning it in passing. You're allowed to take that information and you're allowed to use that information, because it's not about trusting him. He doesn't consider you trusting him. If he knew that you were relying on him, then he would maybe tell you something that wasn't true, because he doesn't care about halachot. So he's going to say, yeah, it's fine, don't worry about it, because he wants you to eat from it. But if he has no idea that you're basing your information on what he's saying, so then you can go ahead and you can go and eat it. So if it's mentioned in passing, then you could trust a goy. However, even in such a case, there's one form of muktze which actually happens to be deoraita, and that's if Yom Tov falls out the day after Shabbat. So that egg that is laid on a Yom Tov that's on Sunday, essentially, that means the egg was actually finalized in the chicken on Shabbat, and therefore that's called hachana derabah. It's a very special type of hachana derabah that's actually a Torah violation, and there you cannot even trust the goy if he says it in passing, because it's a question of a deoraita. But if Yom Tov falls out on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, any other day of the week, you would be able to trust the testimony that's said in a fashion that is Mesiach lefi tumo. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen ve'amen.